Roman Reigns threatens to leave WWE if Cody Rhodes defeats him at WrestleMania XL. Charlotte Flair spotted training at Performance Center ahead of WrestleMania XL. Can Rhea Ripley beat up men in real life? WWE makes major changes to SmackDown. Former WWE Star unfortunate health update. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins to miss WrestleMania Night 2. MJF making WWE debut to cost Cody Rhodes and more. Let's dive right in. First, we look at Charlotte Flair spotted training at Performance Center ahead of WrestleMania XL. WrestleMania XL is almost approaching, and the WWE Universe is excited to witness their favorite stars compete on the grandest stage of them all. While the marquee event features several famous wrestlers, Charlotte Flair is one star who will not be competing. The 14-time women's champion was recently seen training at the Performance Center. The Queen was last seen on the December 8th episode of WWE SmackDown, where she was injured. In her one-on-one encounter with Asuka, Flair found herself dangling awkwardly on the top rope. It was said that she needed assistance to go to the back and would be out of commission for 9 months. Since her injury, the Queen has been active on social media, providing followers with daily updates on her recuperation. In her most recent post, she was spotted jogging laps in the WWE Performance Center. It appears like the former WWE SmackDown. Will Charlotte Flair appear at WrestleMania XL? While Charlotte Flair will not participate at this year's show of shows, she is scheduled to appear at WWE World on April 6th to meet and greet with her fans prior to the two-day event. Charlotte Flair will miss a couple WrestleManias, including this one. She entered last year's show as the SmackDown Women's Champion, but she lost the championship to Rhea Ripley. A year later, the Eradicator is preparing to defend her women's world title at the Showcase of the Immortals. While Flair will be absent from the action this year, there are plenty of women's contests to look forward to. Apart from the Women's World Championship match between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch, former Damage Control leader Bayley will face Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. The remaining Damage Control members will compete against Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill in a 6-woman tag team bout. Meanwhile, it will be fascinating to see whether Charlotte Flair makes any appearances at WrestleMania 40. Next up, Triple H sends to a huge college basketball star. After a collegiate basketball star copied the game's legendary water spit entrance, Triple H sent him a message. The Alabama Crimson Tide advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time in 21 years, defeating UNC in an upset victory last Thursday. Rylan Griffin was instrumental in Alabama's victory, scoring 19 points and pulling down 4 rebounds. Griffin even mentioned feeling like Paul Heyman after Brock Lesnar ended The Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania XXX during his post-game interview. WWE noticed and sent Alabama a replica championship belt after they progressed to the Final Four. The 20-year-old guard was surprised to see the trophy and rejoiced in front of reporters by performing Triple H's famed water spit entrance. The game enjoying what he saw, complimenting Griffin on X and expressing his support for the Crimson Tide. Great job, Rylan. The WWE legend wrote #RollTide. Alabama will play defending NC Double, a champions Connecticut in the Final Four on Saturday at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. WWE typically presents sports teams and franchises with title replicas. WWE has a partnership with the SEC, of which Alabama is now a member. Rylan Griffin earned the same custom championship, which is still available on WWE eShop. Up next, can Rhea Ripley beat up men in real life? Rhea Ripley has undoubtedly established herself as one of WWE's top stars in recent years. Mamie is a formidable force in the women's division, having won the Women's World Championship. However, her supremacy is not restricted to the women's division. She has also eliminated a considerable number of males. But putting the squared circle aside, can she beat up men in real life? The answer is, unsurprisingly, a resounding yes. Rhea Ripley appeared on the current edition of Impulsive and spoke with Logan Paul about a number of topics. While noting on Ripley's imposing demeanor, Paul questioned how many guys his visitor could handle in a fight. Mamie believes she can beat up 80% of the world's ordinary guys. I want to say at least 80%. Ripley said, yeah, probably. I used to. A bit later, she was asked what her first move would be if she ever had to fight a man. And it was here that she revealed an odd childhood nickname. I mean, all depends on what's available most of the time. In high school, I was given the nickname Nutcracker for a reason. I used to smack people in the nuts. So I'd probably go for that first, Ripley stated. It is safe to say that no one messed with Rhea Ripley in high school, and no one does today. Aside from the average man, Mamie will be completely focused on the man, Becky Lynch, her opponent for WrestleMania 40, and a formidable one at that. Next up, WWE makes major changes to SmackDown. WWE is apparently planning a huge revamp to SmackDown with a new match format. WWE SmackDown debuted almost 20 years ago and has come a long way since. It now competes directly with Monday Night Raw, WWE's flagship show. With the Bloodline, the Blue brand has been responsible for many memorable occasions in recent years. WWE just unveiled Speed, which will premiere exclusively on X and feature fast-paced, high-octane matches with a 3-minute time limit. The show will launch on April 3rd, and there is new new information about it. According to Fightful Select, Raw talent will frequently be brought to SmackDown to fight in speed matches. This appears to hint that speed will not be limited to any brand and may feature stars from across the company's portfolio. Kevin Owens, a SmackDown star, explains why he has never wanted to win the Intercontinental Championship. Kevin Owens has had a successful career in WWE. He's won everything from the NXT Championship to the Universal title. While he is now contending for the United States Championship, there is one title he does not wish to win. During a recent Fanatics live auction on the UPUP Down Down channel, Owens was signing a replica Intercontinental Championship when he revealed that he and his idol Owen Hart had won the IC title twice each. Interestingly, they held the championship for the same number of days during both reigns, therefore Owens has no desire to win the Intercontinental Championship again. This is the main event. It is a replica of the Intercontinental Championship that I held for the same number of days as Owen Hart. We both had 2 title runs lasting the same number of days, so technically, I don't ever want to win this again because I enjoy it. Kevin Owens will next face Randy Orton and Logan Paul for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 40. Next up, former WWE Star unfortunate health update. An Attitude Era, a WWE Star says he is lucky to be living after telling about a terrible thing that happened to him in the hospital not long ago. The Star posted an awful health update on social media. Mideon is a well-known name among Attitude Era fans, who remember him for his outrageous gimmicks. For much of the Attitude Era, he was a member of The Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, working for the legendary Star and doing his dirty work by kidnapping and initiating other stars into the faction. Mideon left WWE in 2001 and has since made occasional appearances, including paying tribute to the Phantom at his retirement ceremony at Survivor Series. He was also a member of The Undertaker's backstage group, the Bone Street Crew, in the 1990s. Now the Star has revealed that he has spent the last week in the hospital and nearly died. Mideon said he spent 8 days in the hospital and 48 hours in the intensive care unit. He went on to say that he had expected to be in danger after a vehicle accident or something, but it was his body that nearly killed him. He claimed it started with what was meant to be a gastrointestinal obstruction, but it worsened from there. I started with stomach pain that was supposed to be caused by a bowel blockage, then went in for surgery and discovered a torn appendix, a hernia, and a golf-sized blade stone that tore my entire stomach up, which is strange given I had gallbladder surgery years ago. My blood sugar should be between 90 and 120, but it was more over 700. The purpose for this is to tell your family and God how much you love them because it could be the last time. I love you all and want you to be happy, so look after yourselves after the toughest week of my life. The former WWE Star expresses gratitude for being alive. Female WWE Star wants to finish her story like Cody Rhodes, with Cody Rhodes receiving another chance to complete his tale at WrestleMania. A female WWE Star wants to finish her own story. Shayna Baszler got embroiled in a humorous incident at a WWE live event around a week ago. In a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship, she faced Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax. During the match, Baszler begged Ripley to give her a stinkface. However, Nia Jax pushed Mommy down and delivered her own stinkface on Baszler, who nearly vomited in the ring afterward. In her latest TikTok post, the Queen of Spades stated, "If Cody gets a chance to finish his story, I should get a chance to finish mine." Next up, Roman Reigns reveals he was ready to retire before turning heel in 2020. Roman Reigns had one of the most significant career revivals of any pro wrestler in 2020, when he returned to the promotion as the villainous tribal chief. Since then, he has defeated several top superstars, gone on a historic title reign, and much more. He was close to missing out on all of this, though. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on the head of the table, who is immunocompromised because of his leukemia background. To safeguard the safety of his family, he opted to walk away from in-ring combat. Months later, he returned to SummerSlam 2020 and immediately targeted the Universal Championship. Reigns then teamed up with Paul Heyman, winning the Universal Championship, and the rest is history. Interestingly, before this occurred, the tribal chief considered withdrawing from in-ring competition. In the most recent episode of A&E Biography, WWE Legends, the tribal chief recalled his time away from the company during the pandemic. Reigns explained that he chose to quit when COVID-19 appeared and the firm was still working out how to deal with the sickness. Reigns revealed that he was ready to retire after leaving the WWE on his own volition, rather than due to any other issues. He stated that the layoff allowed him to reflect about his professional wrestling career. The tribal chief eventually discovered he wasn't satisfied with his work and believed he hadn't attained his full potential. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins to miss WrestleMania Night 2. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, The Rock, and Seth Rollins are largely responsible for the high level of interest at WrestleMania 40. The four will compete in the largest tag team match in the event's history. Several WWE superstars were asked to predict the winner of the Night 1 main event in a video for the company's official YouTube channel. Among them were CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, and Rhea Ripley. However, one superstar made a daring prediction. The Miz stated that Rhodes and Rollins may miss Night 2 of WrestleMania 40 due to the beatings they will face from The Rock and Reigns. The A-lister predicted that the Tribal Chief and the final boss will easily defeat their babyface opponents, rendering them unable to battle one night later. The Rock and Roman Reigns are going to beat Cody and Seth so brutally that they may be unable to perform the next night. This would make a lot of people angry at me, The Miz explained. Think about it. Roman is going up against Cody. Roman and Rock don't want Cody's narrative to end. So, what do? You beat up Seth and Cody so hard that they are unable to perform on Sunday night. That's why I believe The Rock and Roman Reigns will defeat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, he added. While The Rock and Roman Reigns may win the tag team fight, The Miz's whole prediction is unlikely to come true. WWE has heavily promoted Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes' Night 2 matches against Drew McIntyre and the Big Uce, respectively. Next up, MJF making WWE debut to cost Cody Rhodes. As WWE WrestleMania XL approaches, Cody Rhodes faces a daunting challenge. Wrestling veteran Matt Morgan recently commented on the idea of AEW star MJF interfering in Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns' undisputed Universal Championship bout on Night 2. The Salt of the Earth hasn't appeared in a wrestling match since losing the AEW World Championship to Samoa Joe at the World's End pay-per-view last year. Soon after his loss, he was removed from the official roster page and his goods was no longer accessible on ShowPayAEW.com. Maxwell Jacob Friedman is reportedly recovering from an injury, but his sudden absence from AEW has spurred speculation about a possible WWE return. On the Gigantic Pop podcast, Matt Morgan discussed how MJF could cost Cody Rhodes the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at the show of shows. I believe that is the only way I could ever be alright with Cody Rhodes not winning the title at WrestleMania. Morgan added, "That's how much I love MJF. Does Cody Rhodes need to be concerned about MJF? Regardless of online conjecture, MJF is unlikely to be in WWE anytime soon, as he is thought to have secretly re-signed with AEW. However, Disco Inferno had an intriguing concept of Maxwell Jacob Friedman reconnecting with the American Nightmare on the largest stage of them all to fend off the bloodline. I wonder if he's heading to WWE and WWE is going to pull all the brakes. Remember how Solo Sikoa appeared out of nowhere from NXT, interfering and assisting Roman against Drew? Remember that? I'm wondering whether this is a case where Cody's character is savvy and tries to outwit the bloodline, while the bloodline is banished from ringside. Cody Rhodes has previously discussed the idea of MJF joining WWE someday. However, supporters should not keep their expectations up until WrestleMania XL. And lastly, Roman Reigns threatens to leave WWE if Cody Rhodes defeats him at WrestleMania XL. WWE superstar Roman Reigns has dropped a significant hint about his immediate future. A&E has produced a documentary about the Tribal Chief. He discussed a wide range of issues in the documentary, including his status as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. During the documentary, Roman Reigns dropped a huge hint concerning his WWE future. He is preparing to defend his title against Cody Rhodes on Night 2 of WrestleMania XL. He made it obvious that if he is not WWE's top person, he does not want to work for the company. If I'm not the top guy, then I don't want to be here. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more wrestling stuff, and we'll see you in the next video.